Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Botany Scholars. Today we're settling the age-old biology question once and for all. Plant cell versus animal cell. By the end of this video, you'll actually remember the difference. No flashcards required. Let's get into it. First, what is a cell? A cell is the smallest unit of life that can function on its own. It was first discovered way back in 1665 by Robert Hooke, using one of the earliest microscopes ever built. Every living thing, from a single bacterium to a giant redwood to you, is made of cells. Every cell carries DNA, the instruction manual for life. Cells grow, divide, and pass that DNA on to new cells. And here's the key part. Plant cells and animal cells actually share a lot of the same basic parts: a nucleus, mitochondria, ribosomes, a cell membrane, cytoplasm, and more. But plant cells are built for capturing sunlight and standing tall. Think mosses to 100-meter redwoods. Animal cells are built for movement and flexibility. Think a red blood cell squeezing through a capillary thinner than itself. Same basic toolkit, completely different lifestyle. Let's zoom inside a plant cell first. Surrounding everything is the cell wall, a rigid layer made of cellulose that gives the cell its boxy, rectangular shape and protects it from damage. Just inside that is the cell membrane, which controls what goes in and out. The nucleus is the command center, but notice it's pushed off to one side. Why? Because of the central vacuole, a massive fluid-filled sac that can take up 90% of the cell, storing water and keeping the plant firm and upright. And then there's the chloroplast, the green organelle unique to plants. This is where the magic happens. Sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water get converted into glucose through photosynthesis. Add in mitochondria for extra energy, and plant cells basically run on two power systems at once. Now let's flip over to the animal cell. No cell wall here, just a flexible membrane that lets the cell stretch, squeeze, and change shape. The nucleus sits centrally, controlling everything through gene expression. Animal cells are absolutely packed with mitochondria because movement, nerve signals, and muscle contractions burn through a lot of energy. You'll also find centrioles, paired structures that organize cell division so chromosomes split correctly every single time. And don't forget lysosomes, the cell's cleanup crew, breaking down waste and invading pathogens, plus the Golgi apparatus, which packages and ships proteins exactly where they need to go. So why is one rectangular and the other round? It all comes down to that cell wall. In plants, the rigid cellulose wall locks the shape in place. Stack a bunch of these cells together and you get that brick-like pattern you see in leaves and stems under a microscope. Animal cells have no wall, so surface tension naturally pulls the membrane into a round shape. And that flexibility isn't random, it's functional. Red blood cells fold to fit through capillaries, white blood cells morph to engulf bacteria, and muscle cells elongate to contract. Shape literally follows function. Let's lock this in with a quick comparison. Plant cells, cell wall, yes. Animal cells, no. Plant cells, fixed rectangular shape. Animal cells, round and irregular. Chloroplasts, only in plants. One giant vacuole, only in plants. Centrioles and well-defined lysosomes, mainly in animals. And the biggest difference of all, plants make their own food using sunlight, while animals consume food to survive. Here's the one idea that explains literally everything we just covered. How each organism gets its energy. Plants are producers. They have chloroplasts to capture sunlight, a cell wall because they can't move and need structural support instead of a skeleton, and a giant vacuole to store water since they can't walk to find more. Animals are consumers, no cell wall, because moving and changing shape requires flexibility. Centrioles for fast, precise cell division, so animals can grow and heal quickly. And lysosomes to digest the food they bring into the cell. Every structural difference traces back to that one core strategy, but let's not forget, despite all these differences, plant and animal cells share the same basic toolkit for life. Both have a nucleus storing DNA. Both have mitochondria producing energy. Both have a cell membrane, ribosomes building proteins, and cytoplasm holding everything together. Both are eukaryotic cells with membrane-bound organelles, proof that deep down they evolved from the exact same ancient blueprint. So here's your 3-second takeaway. 1. Plant cells have a wall, chloroplasts, and a giant vacuole, built to stay still and make their own food. 2. Animal cells have centrioles and lysosomes with a flexible shape, built to move and consume food. 3. Both share a nucleus, mitochondria, and ribosomes, because they came from the very same evolutionary blueprint. If this finally made cells click for you, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment. Which cell would you rather be? Want exclusive videos? Contact us on our email. I'll see you in the next episode.